Let's bring in Carsten Brzeski. He is a senior economist at ING in Brussels. Carsten, you were hoping going into the weekend that a multi-year agreement for Greece was going to do the trick, but we see this morning that the euro is once again on its way down. Even if they had no options, speaking of the EU and the IMF, of course, have they effectively lost control of the situation?
No, I don't think so. I think they didn't have any other option after the developments of the last 2 weeks. So it's very good now. And of course, as I said, the market impact, I think we need to give it a few more days, maybe even weeks, to see the full impact on markets. But of course, we see now it's also about whether the government is really able to implement the measures against or not together with its public. So it requires a lot of stamina, a lot of political will, and a lot of public will. And this simply takes a while.
Okay, a while to play out. But what happens if the market ultimately comes to the conclusion that bailing out Greece isn't enough, that the IMF and the EU are going to have to turn their attention to Spain or Portugal, perhaps? There's going to be, can anything stop the euro from continuing to slide under those circumstances?
At least, of course, there might be speculation. Speculation could continue. Of course, the package right now was a huge signal, or was also a huge signal to market, but it does not automatically prevent contagion. Because the contagion here is not the real contagion, but it is about the other governments also to hurry up with fiscal consolidation. So this is now their duty, and no, let's say, no Eurozone aid can prevent this contagion really from spreading. It's also up to them to do their homework. Whether the euro will continue to slide, it's not only about fiscal consolidation, but this will also depend on the macroeconomic developments. And actually what we've seen there over the last month was good. We see that the recovery in the Eurozone is strengthening.
Carsten, when you speak of Greece doing its homework, they've got a whole lot of homework to do. How optimistic are you that Greece will actually stick to the austerity program that it has been saddled with, and what kind of impact that's going to have on the Greek economy?
It's going to have a huge impact. Of course, we will see that the economic growth will not return very quickly. We will probably also see that unemployment will increase. So we are looking into a very dire future for the Greek economy. But there is no alternative. It is feasible. It's a very ambitious, a very challenging program. I think since the 1970s we haven't seen any other single Eurozone country which with such a huge austerity program. But again, it is possible. The measures can be implemented, but it will really depend on stamina and on the political and public will.
Carsten, one quick question before we go. How long do you think it's going to take to resolve this problem? Months or possibly years?
We're really talking about years, but this is also why we had now this 3-year package from the other Eurozone countries, because it takes off the market pressure from Greece. And this will be the time that it will really need for Carsten, Greek to reform its economy.
I'm afraid we have to hold it there.